How do you go about like the appraisal process when it goes so above like the perceived market value of the home?
Well, I will tell you this, out of the site doing, I'm going to say 500 transactions,
Hmm.
we've not had one not appraise.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let me ask you this.
Hmm.
If you have only one person that made an offer on that property, what would you do?
What would I do if the house doesn't appraise on and I only have one offer? Would try to work the number. If I have represent the seller, work the number as close as possible to get it appraised.
Very good. Now, if you had 13 people making offers to you, what would you do?
And it didn't appraise, I would kind of go back and review all my offers and see who kind of got the closest or who I can negotiate the best with to get the best deal.
So what we do, and part of the training is, and when you listen to that, you'll hear, I call and talk to the agents before they can even make an offer, before they sign the addendum. I want to know when I have a hot property, I want to know what their financial situation is.
Mm,
And if I have 13 people making offers on the site, you better believe that only the ones that can make it the cleanest have a little bit of cash in case that happens. No contingencies, no inspection, close in under a month. That's what I'm looking for, and everyone would know it. The In the story there, you'll hear the one lady that actually won it. She was at the open house. She was having her buyers get pre-qualified with my lender. How's that?
mhm.
And so, anyways, they got the amount. And the first strategy is when you get that first, when somebody's going to make an offer, tell them, don't, you already know the home's 10 to 50% below market value. Don't come in at the starting price because he's not going to take it.
Yeah.
Take a look around you. There's 100 people in here. So the
Do your
best thing,
best to knock out all those other buyers so that they're gone and it's just you.
exactly. Come in and in this case, she made a $410,000 offer on it, and she wiped out half of my prequals. So
Wow.
the strategy ends up working, but they were in these first-time home buyers, but they had cash. I think they inherited it from a grandmother dying or something. But when you've got 79 people making offers on the home, you always the rule number one: get backup offers. When I get backup offers, I have them elevate their purchase price to what it was. And the minute that something, if they can't fulfill and pay that, if there was an overage, then I'm going to call the two backup offers I have
Mm.
and say that. But um, it's not happened once in the site. So, but if you have multiple people making offers, you're in a much better spot than if you only have one.
No,
And
of course. Yeah.
if you only have one, start negotiating, work it out, right?
Yep. You're right.
All right. So that was a good question. And by the way, I get that question every time. There's not one
Didn't,
time.
Hey,
Go
I
ahead,
didn't
Frank.
asked
we,
it the first time too.
Yeah.
didn't we training talk about the part of the terms though, once the contract's written, that there's no appraisal contingency?
Some do, some don't. I mean, the back in the good old days, when we were in a hot market, 50% of the transactions were cash, so we didn't have to worry about it. And then the other thing is too is well, I would say, let's talk about nowadays. Probably 30% cash, 30% strong conventional, and 30% mediocre, and 10% first-time home buyers. So the whole point of everything is if you get enough buyers in there and they see it, the agents are going to come tell you they're going to write a nice clean offer, if they happen to win the offer event.
Hmm.
Hey,
And
Rob,
that's,
on the site, isn't it true that when everybody registers that they can see how many other bidders there are on the site so that
you
they
can
know
only
that
see
they're
who's making an
competing?
offer. They don't see everybody that's in it. The listing
Okay.
agents see all the documentation, but the buyers don't.
Okay.
Not until they may actually make an offer on the property.
Okay. That'd be kind of a fun way to say, hey, look, you got 14 people you're competing against, so make sure you got a good offer in there.
Yeah, or more. So
You know, even the intimidation factor, if they go to the they're at the open house and there's, 70, 80, 90, 100 people there, that alone would make them know if they're interested. We can't be screwing around. We got to put our best foot forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that was a good question.